So my previous recording shut off, and so I just wanted to continue what we were discussing. So as I mentioned, I'm used to this type of abusive people, these types of abusive people. I grew up in, like I said, I went to a private high school that was, Catholic, and it was pretty strict. I went to a Catholic elementary school, Catholic college, and I was usually pretty much one of the few black people and definitely one of the few dark-skinned girls. And I had as you can see from this picture, had a lot of hair. And everything was it was tough. I had to be strong. And part of that meant that when people did try to hurt me, I had to find a way of dealing with the situation without escalating the situation. I'm in my late 40s. I've never been arrested, never had a lot of drama. I've just tried to do the best I could. Not perfect, just I say a decent person. And there will be some people who might say better or less, but it's not for me to worry about that. But as you can see, I've never had any criminal past. I never was arrested, never had anything that would make it seem like there's a problem with me. And why this is so hard is that this abuse that's happening right now, being followed, being harassed, being hit in the head, hearing people talking about me, it goes back to the people who were abusive in my life. And one of the things that happened was I've been talking to you guys about these things in these videos. It's very informal. I'm not worried. I'm not writing anything down. I'm just talking off the top of my head. I'm not it's not scripted in any way whatsoever. And I will keep referring to it as they are saying, because you can hear them talking. You can hear them even in some of my videos. If I'm recording a video of neighbors talking, why would anyone try to edit it or try to delete it? It's perfectly normal to record something that's in your house loud, the drilling, the banging, people talking, but they keep changing my videos. So why is that? What is it about this that is so odd? I was saying in the previous video I recorded, no one has permission to use my likeness in any way, shape, or form. Now, in the past, or in the future, I have never given any consent for people to use my pictures, to use any video recordings of me, to make any sort of amusement park image of me. I don't even know why this is even a problem. And to show you how strange this all is, I Googled my name and I am me. Like, my whole thing is in a book. You know what I mean? It's like, it's all so strange. What is all of this stuff surrounding me about? I don't know. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. But I can see that this harassment isn't going to stop because there's a whole circle of drama around me, and I don't understand why. So if anyone ever sees any sort of videos of me, my image, my name, or anything, please report it, because it's not with my consent. I have never given anyone my consent to do that. I've never done that, and I never would, because I am a freelance writer. That's how I make my living. Partly between that and my sales career, that's another reason why I wouldn't do it, because if I work in sales and customer service and people use my image in a way that would prevent me from getting work, I can't work and represent a company if people are using my image in a negative or provocative way. That would ruin my career. No company wants to be represented by someone who has an image that is unprofessional. That's how you know this is all wrong. So okay, that's one part of this. The other part is what they are saying. They love to criticize me. So I used the word betterment, and they said that word doesn't exist, but I found it in the dictionary. I usually say I'm going to lie down. They said it's not supposed to be lie down. It's supposed to be lay down. But that's not what I learned. They said that there is no what was the other criticism they made about me? That I used the wrong word for this and that's how this is how I'm telling you how I know I'm dealing with extremely abusive people. I used to date someone like this, and we had a relationship that was mainly platonic because of this. And this is how I'm telling you when I'm talking about these things in this video, and I'm saying it from a place of knowing. I know firsthand. And because I dealt with these abusive people and got away from them quickly, I can tell you from experience, I would never keep myself in an abusive relationship willingly. I would never do that. Because not only because of me, but because of my mother. I would not subject her to abusive people because they are unsafe people. And when you are around people who are constantly criticizing everything about you, judging you. They used to say my hair's a weave when they know this is back before people wore weaves like regular people. I don't have a weave. They know that. They said my hair's nappy. If they think it's nappy, so be it. I don't mind. That to me, just like when they said I'm from Africa, it's hurtful because I'm not directly from Africa, but I think everyone's from Africa. I'm African American. But to say that I'm directly from Africa in a derogatory way is insulting. My family is West Indian, so that's why you'll notice a slight accent. So to negate my West Indian culture, I am African American, but I'm also of West Indian descent. But to use that as an insult is so hurtful, not just to me, but to my relatives. And to say my hair's nappy, I love it because I don't think nappy hair is a problem, but you can see how they would use that to deride me and to tear me down. And when they broke into this apartment, they took scans of my pictures, which I think the purpose of it was to use it in some sort of way to make money off it, to profit, maybe make it into some sort of, I don't know, I don't want to say pornography, but that's how they're destroying my life. If they take nude pictures of me through my window, peeping toms, if they use the cameras on my phone and my computer to take images of me, that's destroying my life because that means I cannot get other jobs. I am not a prostitute. I've never been a prostitute. I have never dated a lot of men or people in general nowadays. People in general. So no one could ever say that they were misled into thinking that I was that type of person. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but it just goes to show how insulting they are and how they use these things to make me feel like I'm less than, to slowly break down my sense of self. So when they start criticizing the language that I use in a video, when they start criticizing my vocabulary, this isn't meant to be a formal essay. This isn't a grad school project. This is my life. And they missed the point. That's how you know how abusive they are. They've missed the point that this is my life. I'm fighting for my life. I'm fighting for my livelihood. I'm fighting for my mother. I'm fighting for my family. This is not about vocabulary. This is not about making me seem like I'm popular. My videos don't even get views. This is about my life. And if I'm being tortured and harassed and abused, God forbid something happens to me, there will be a record of me saying this. And hopefully somebody will care enough to make sure that this gets solved. I am not suicidal. I am not depressed. I've never been on any psychiatric medicine or treatment. I've never needed it. Why would I work with customers and be psychotic and that's a word they use. They call me psychotic. Why would a company seek me out? A CEO of a company seek me out if I'm psychotic? Give me an excellent glowing reference letter if I'm psychotic. That wouldn't make any sense. This is how you know these people are just abusers. And when I look at these old pictures of myself, this young me, I see somebody who is strong. And I think she's probably much stronger than I am because now I'm old. And there would be no reason for me at this stage in my life, after fighting and working so hard, to let it all go to waste, to throw it all away. That's the opposite. When I'm showing you guys these pictures of me, I'm going to show you another picture of me. This young girl. Look at her. When I look at this young girl, I see somebody who is a fighter, who's resilient, who, after being called ugly and being told she's not good enough, her vocabulary isn't enough, the way she looks isn't enough, I see a young woman who fought back by doing the best she could and surrounding herself with people who actually liked her, unlike these stalkers, harassers, and abusers. So there would be no reason for me, at this point, after all these decades of life, to let people abuse me. And they called this girl ugly. They said her hair is nappy. They said she doesn't speak well. And instead of her crawling up into a ball and being suicidal then, she fought back and she became a better person because of it. And that's the reason why this is not going to work out for them. Because they're abusing somebody who's used to seeing these type of abusive personalities and fighting back against it. So thank you so much for watching this evening. My mom is here giving me moral support, so I appreciate that. And I have other people who will be good character witnesses for me and will say that this is not who I am and that their lies cannot stand. So have a good night. Thank you.